feet upon my dash. That's my Florida Georgia Line impersonation, because both the dudes are the same, let's be honest. So like most of the genres, smash hits in the young century, the vibe is bright and boisterous and yet chill, to the point of inert, carefree, to the point of aimless. No need to go nowhere fast, we'll enjoy right here where we're at. Where we're at specifically, it's parked at number 1 on the most important chart in country music. And we've been sitting here laid back and relaxing since mid-December. It's been number 1 on the charts since mid-December. Yeah, meant to be is a breezy speed date between the polarizing country bro duo, Florida Georgia Line, who are unlikable, unkillable, and they're still somehow thriving in 2018. And I'm looking back here in their history to see if they did Cruise in 2013. This is Brian Kelly and Tyler Hubbard. Those are their names, and they're still going. They're going on pretty strong. If you don't remember Cruise, it's "Buy me a song, I'm gonna roll my window down." That's the one it is. And there's Holy, which is the Chased Jam. Yeah, and so they're still at it with they have this song they had the song called Holy out in 2016, and it'll soon likely be crowned the number 1 record in America, and it even beat Drake at the time of his 2016 album release. So I mean, it's they've had some success. They every few years they come up with a banger. I'm telling you. So anyway, nobody from established superstars like Kenny Chesney and Carrie Underwood to spry young contenders like Kane Brown and Luke Combs have managed to yet dislodge it with this situation. It's not going to be number 1 forever or for all of 2018, says Billboard charts manager Xander Zellner. I can assure you of that. This song has been number 1 since mid-December. Like, that's incredible. It's been for this entire year and more days. It has been number 1. Number one. That's incredible. So the air is really thick with resignation on this subject. But you got to be careful, though. In early March, meant to be notched a mere 14 weeks on number 1, broke the all-time record for a strong song with a female lead. Rolling Stone country editor John Freeman wrote an article thoroughly explaining the song's outlandish success. I went back yesterday and read it, and I may have to eat those words from my last paragraph there, because now something like I said something like, this maybe this time next year it'll all be different, and now I'm kind of wondering maybe no, it won't. Maybe the song will just be still number 1 forever. It's very possible, because this level of dominance is bizarre even in the context of Florida Georgia Line. So as we know, the flamboyant, controversial duo of Tyler Hubbard and Brian Kelly, which rose to power with 2012's Cruise, the Nelly-assisted mega hit that itself kind of launched a bro revolution in country. So we had that song, and it was a song that was described by music editors as aggressively ordinary. It's proved to be FGL's secret weapon, and it's why they were so sexy, so good with Sexy Rexy, who they just nailed it. And then we can go through the Gangnam Style, and then they came back in 2016. They're still there. So I truly believe Meant to Be, Baby Rexha says in a tweet, paved the way for other artists to jump into country. This is the most fulfilling thing to me. This is more fulfilling to me than number 1. And Margot Price, who is someone who's affiliated with country music, if not a country singer. Oh, yeah, she's a songbird. Third Man Records. Nope, a collab with FGL. That ain't country, honey. Sit down and be humble. Well, you need to sit down, because I've never heard of you, and you don't even know. And people in country are not happy. So I like people in country not being happy, because it's kind of amusing to me, because no one really cares about country who is interesting to talk to. So in that note, with that very controversial take about country, we're going to move on to a better story. It's the story last night in San Francisco. Brewers reliever Josh Hader made his first road appearance since a trove of gross tweets he was a teenager, surfaced in the All-Star game. So let's get more into these gross tweets. And he served up a 3-run homer, but on that night, he pitched a third of an inning in Tuesday's MLB All-Star game and allowed a mighty 3-run John Segura tater that put the American League ahead in the 8th. His hair was perfect, but it was otherwise not a great night for Milwaukee's closer. And he said some pretty racist things. He called his white friends the N-word. He said literally all these tweets have the N-word in them. And there's also tweets that say white power LOL with a fist. And there's a great tweet. This is a quote tweeted from by a reporter named AJ Perez. If you're wondering why Brewers pitcher Josh Hader at jhader17 set his Twitter account private, this could be it. And then there's another one. I hate gay people. That's literally one of his tweets. Another one is waking up in the morning, 2 hoes laying next to me. Hoes gonna be hoes. You know these hoes came to see me ball. Hoes get in my car. Ask what the chain lives. Money, hoes, money and hoes. And then the caption of that picture, the caption of that tweet is Hader getting real about the gardening equipment. Yeah, so Hader's a little bit in trouble. One person wearing a Josh Hader jersey just took it off, turned it inside out, and put it back on. And he's a little bit of trouble. So this was, fittingly, his reception when he came to Giant Stadium in San Francisco. A chorus of boos, just like he deserves. That's our show, and we'll see you next Friday.